You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Wepa! What up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. I'm your host, Al Mega. That's right. And today we're going to be talking about some awesome comics. Yo, these creators are just amazing, independent. They're killing it right now. I can't wait to show them off, show off what they're doing, because it's out there. It's for us, yo. It's for us. It's adult. It's good. It's humor. It's amazingness. First, let me step up to the plate. The first one, the one and only Mr. CDM Christian de Matteo.
Hello.
What's poppin'?
Hello, thanks for having us, man. Al, thank you.
No, man. Thanks for coming on. Let me bring out your homie too, man. Your partner in crime, if you will.
That's right.
El único, the one and only James Lyons.
Woo! Guys.
What up, rock out, my muchachos. Who's popping, fellas? What it do? I'm happy to have you on and talk the greatness of what y'all guys are doing. What's popping?
Dude, so psyched to be on. The people you have on this show, the level of creation, it's an honor to be here, man. Thank you.
Nah, man, we're lucky. We're the ones that are lucky and blessed to have people like you. Because you listen, you just like them. You're as creative and as awesome as anyone has ever been on this show. So you know what I mean? Don't even sell yourself short. I'm happy to have you on. I'm the one that's blessed to learn about everything that you've done and how you guys done it. And hopefully my audience can get educated as well, and learn something new here. Like, yo, these how these dudes did it. Wherepa, let's do it. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about, first off, where you guys from? So let's start with Mr. Chris.
I am from New York. I grew up in Yonkers, New York.
Hey.
Proud of the YO. And I'm still in Westchester and went to college in the Bronx. So my pedigree is all around this area: Yonkers, Bronx, and Westchester.
Yeah. The only borough in New York that feels the need to start with the.
I mean, if you can,
the
right?
audacity.
Up to it. Yeah.
Can't be Bronx. They got to be the Bronx.
My father grew up in the Bronx, and years ago he had a window company, and whenever the assistant was writing out envelopes to people that live there, he'd always stop her and go, "You got to put the in there." It's Bronx, New York, and he was like, "No, it's not."
It's the Bronx. That's what you heard. What about you, James? Where you from?
Hey, I'm from the Mayapack, New York. That's way upstate for all you city folk.
Yeah, I'm a Brooklynite, so all right.
Oh, okay. So I lived for 5 years in Brooklyn. I went to Pratt Institute down there.
Oh, bet. Okay.
Lived right off the Classen Avenue exit, like on the G train.
Oh, bet. That's my line, kid. I grew up in Greenpoint.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nassau Avenue, kid. That was my exit. And then I would have to walk umpteenth blocks to get home because there's no trains.
Got into a lot of fights in Greenpoint.
Oh, Greenpoint, yeah, man. Yo, listen, people don't know how to. Listen, people that just don't know how to act in Greenpoint for real. A couple of drinks and then shit just pops off. And the thing is, though, that whole culture has changed. There's so many more bars now. It's become so much more fun. When I was growing up, not so much. You guys had the bars and the music. We had the gangs and the knives. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I was down there in the
what years?
Mid 90s.
Okay. Worse. Okay. So we may have bumped into each other. You never know.
Yeah, it's possible. Maybe we even did it out one night.
No, man. No, if I beat your ass, you remember that you wouldn't even want to be on this show.
Yeah, I love Brooklyn. I live down there, just right down by the school.
Nice.
Clinton Hill is called.
Oh, Clinton Hill, there you go. Nice. So, all right, talk about growing up and finding your tribe. Since I asked Christian first about you, so growing up, what was that first taste into pop culture? What was it, and who introduced you?
All right. Well, if we're talking pop culture, If we're talking everything that I love, then the entry point is always my dad. My dad is into amazing stuff. He got me into rock and roll. He made me watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I wasn't even sure I wanted to see it. He's like, sit down, this is comedy. And then he showed me The Meaning of Life, where the dude exploded, and that's my favorite. Right, so he got me into reading. He made me read The Prisoner of Zenda, read the swashbuckling stuff. He got me into literature. He got me into music, rock and roll, the blues, everything. And he was into the only thing my father wasn't into, because he's much cooler than me, is comics.
Oh, wow.
He was, and he didn't know what to do when I got into comics, but I got into comics for a reason he would have been proud of.
You should have introduced him to all the amazing people behind it. Like, there are some rock stars behind this shit.
Well,
yo.
Now he knows. Now he knows. Now he loves it. And he loves what we do. But when I was a kid, that wasn't part of his thing.
He's like, how dare you? That shit is for geeks. I used to beat up kids like you.
I got to tell you, thank God for him. He never was like that. He totally let me roll with it. He just didn't get it. But he's like, all right, if that's what you're into.
Do you?
Yeah. So, but here's how I got into comics. There was a stationery store I was allowed to bike to in Yonkers. I was like 11 years old or something, and this stationery store, it was the 80s, and everything was cool, right? The magazine rack, for whatever reason, the dude had put the comics down here and the adult magazines right above it. So we always went in to look at the comics, kind of going like that. You could see anything like over the rack, and of course the girl was always like right there.
Of course. Right?
And then one day I looked down and I'm like, who's Spider-Man?
What is this? I've been here for years. I've never seen this.
And I bought my first Spider-Man, and to this day, he's my favorite.
Do you remember what issue?
It was an annual with Ant-Man, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
But, I've looked it up, and I'm not sure the years jive, but I swear maybe it was old on the shelf.
It could have been.
But that it was an annual with Ant-Man, and he's got Ant-Man is on top of a gun that's being fired. I have it upstairs.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was kind of,
that should be on your wall, kiddo. My first comic. That's a good
point. That's a good idea. That was it, and I fell in love with the medium. Totally.
Wonderful.
So that's my intro to it. But all the rock and roll stuff, whatever it is, entertainment, movies, music, all my dad. And that led me to this next badass area of comics.
Wonderful. How about you, James? Man, what's that introduction?
Well, so when I was younger, I was always into music. Music's always been my thing. And
so what was the first band you fell in love with?
I think Judas Priest would be my first.
Nice.
My first metal band. Led Zeppelin a close second. I actually had, I had a friend and his older brother had like this really cool, at the time the cassette tapes were big, so he had racks of cassette tapes in his room, and we'd go in there and steal them because he'd chase us out of the room if he saw us, but we'd go in there and take them. We'd go and play them on the little realistic cassette player out in the out in the street. I think that's where I found I've always drawn and stuff, but when I was a kid, I was always drawing album covers and stuff. So that's sort of where I got my start. My dad always encouraged me with the artwork. He worked for the New York Times for many years as a graphic designer and stuff. So he was very supportive of my art. I was always getting all these art supplies and stuff from him. I still have some, actually. It's amazing how they make stuff last back in the day.
Bro.
Markers and stuff that he gave me in the 70s, they still work.
Now they're trying to rape you for that money, kiddo. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It breaks down in an hour. I just built a desk.
Yeah. So I mean, that was kind of my in, and it was actually Christian that really got me into comics. He introduced me to a story that he was wanted to have drawn, and I drew him a single panel, and it all went really well from there, and hasn't stopped. It's been a great dynamic duo, to use the comic term, with us. We've had a lot of fun working with each other, and it's just like anytime we talk shop, it's like sparks. It's just incredible.
You're killing me here, bro. Now I need to know, though. Like, how the hell did you guys even meet, James? Tell me this story.
Yeah, so we met at work. We
work the same job. So how the hell is so you found a tribe at work?
yeah. So we Christian teaches writing, and I teach graphic design and visual arts and stuff. And we had known each other before we started talking comics, but he actually had given a script to one of the other visual art guys. His name's Mike Gracia. He I'd been friends with him for a while, and he showed me the script as well, and I just got really into Christian style and so forth. It's so far out and so much what I like. It's like it kind of, I hate to keep going back to the metal, but sort of operatic stuff, and he likes to use a lot of myth and mythos and all that kind of stuff, and I really enjoyed just bringing one of his characters to life, and that's kind of how we started.
And dude, she was walking down the street the way I pictured her while I was typing. He showed me the frame, and she is right there. Pam is walking down the street. Just when I had been typing, I was watching her walk down the street in my head, and she's exactly on that street, exactly in front of that store window. I'm like, dude, you're inside my brain. And that's what he's doing. We get an idea. One of us gets an idea, and we're in it. And when we're evolving each other, it's not like we're stuck either. We're evolving each other.
James looks like a scanner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I keep waiting for him to explode my head. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. There's a confluence that happens when we work. I have never had a better creative partnership.
Okay, maybe symbiotic relationship, like
Yeah, well, I'm a little parasitic, so I don't know.
Oh shit.
He comes up with all the ideas, and as soon as he starts talking, just stuff comes into my head, and it's just match made in heaven. It's perfect.
So how do you get into your space, James? When he send you some stuff, how do you get into the creative space?
I like to be in a quiet place and listen to my music, and sometimes the early stuff I'll get together with Christian, and we'll sort of sit and draw. I'll draw, and he'll sort of bounce back and forth. So that's pretty cool for the early stuff. But then kind of the hard work comes after. Like Venom or something. So when the hard work starts, I like to sort of I've never known how to explain it. I kind of tune down and sort of turn off that upper analytical brain, and sort of just it's almost like listening to music. I try to get down to that level where you're just enjoying it, and letting my pencil move around, and sort of just like just vibing off. I've drawn so long, so it's like other people. It's like I always use the basketball analogy with drawing and so forth. When you're playing basketball and you're good at it, which I'm not, but when you are good at it, you're not thinking about all the stuff that you're doing. You're just kind of vibing with it and doing your thing. So the art thing for me, that's if I can get in the right headspace, that's how it works for me.
Call me the butcher in basketball, bro, because I be leaving handprints of motherfuckers on forearms. I'm sorry, it's not intentional. It's just I play hard, yo.
Yeah. I got no game there.
I'll give you an example about what James is talking about. We've got a group of people that we get together. We got film directors, Rob Riley, screenwriters, Rob Syke, and Dave Sullivan, and we get together. We do these table reads via Zoom, right? And I invited James to it early on, and he's like, "I don't know what I'm going to do there," and I'm like, "Just come and hang because we get the visuals, right?" So I watched him do this thing that I've seen him do at meetings at work, where he'll have his pencil down on the paper, and then he's just gone. You just see that he's gone, and I'm seeing him on camera. And my brain, I didn't quite click that it's what I always see when he's drawing, because I couldn't see what he was doing. And I'm like, crap, is he bored? And at the end of the script, and we're all reading different parts, someone's like, you know, there was a scene I really like where blah, blah, blah happens. And all of a sudden, James picks up a pad with this fully realized scene from a movie. He's like, I kind of pictured it like this. And all these guys I've known for years are just like,
oh, wow.
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice,
that's James. And he just goes into this space and it's just happening. It's awesome.
So I want to start showing off some of the 4 videos you sent me. I'm going to show them off. And I'm going to show off one at a time and just ask you some questions on them because these are fire. They're very short. So I want people to start getting a taste of what this is so you can start explaining what it is, right? So which was the longest one? I want to make sure I leave that one for last. Was it Containment?
Containment Breach is the longest one.
All right, best. Yep. I'm going to show people first Corpus. Check this out, folks.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these
talk about that.
So these were little animations I put together in a program called After Effects.
Okay.
For actually, it's probably the last video you have. That's the video that we have up on our Kickstarter. So we were just introducing the whole anthology. So I did a bunch of little. They're called like 2.5D sort of animatics. Remember, it wasn't too long ago. Remember, people were into motion comics and stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, not for a while. I missed them. I think those were pretty cool. I enjoyed.
Yeah. They've kind of died out a bit, but it's that same sort of technology that I was doing. Just to liven things up within the video and not just show the static images.
Oh, nice.
And that particular one is the Art of Elliott Rodriguez. Has been a fan of ours since we first put out.
Elliott Rodriguez. Great.
And if you go to our Kickstarter for our anthology that's up now, there's a picture of a dragon that's, you said fire earlier. It's literally fire. And he's incredible. And that's from a story he did with the writer Ryan Burke, who put out the comic Comic Coronary. And they were just an incredible team. And their story in the book is amazing.
But man, we're gonna talk about this whole thing. Let's show the next one. Let's just tease people if we start talking about where they could buy all this goodness.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, look at that, gorgeous. Talk about that little joint right there. Mature Pursuits.
Yeah, so that's
so sexy.
That's another title. Eros Dinardi and Marcelo Biot, right?
Marcelo Biot. Eros Dinardi. Marcelo Biot is he's got this series he's doing called Infra City, which is great. He is an incredible artist. He did the art, and then Eros Dinardi shows up and just does coloring that explodes us, and that's from a story by Dino Caruso, who's putting out. I mean, this guy's imagination. We watched him because I was the editor-in-chief on this. James is the art director. Our senior editor, Mark Capitelli, is listening right now or watching right now. We got to watch these stories come together. They were created for this magazine. No one was able to put a script or a story out of a drawer, right? And so I got to watch Dino. And as a writer, I'm fascinated by that process, how other people come up with ideas. And then once the script was together, we got to watch Marcelo realize it. And that's the coolest thing for a writer.
Amazing.
These words and the pictures in your head become real. And then Eros just dropped this color on it. And I love what James did making that a motion comic because it feels so smooth that their art just works perfectly in motion.
Yeah, I was actually able to grab all their art. So I did the animation, but I was able to grab that's all artwork straight out of the Containment Breach 2 book, and I was just able to isolate it and make it move and so forth.
Excellent. So let's show off the next one. Please, I'm a name butcher. Delphine,
that's all.
Yeah, pronounced it right. Mega said something right. Yeah, a win. Let's check this out.
So this one is near and dear. This one's near and dear to us. This is our submission to the book.
What is that? So explain, Lucy. Explain.
Here's what we did for this anthology. The anthology theme is Myth Reborn, and what people had to do was
Mythery. I love that word.
Myth Reborn, right? They had to come up with something that was like mythology. They either had to take a classic or even urban myth and turn it on its head, or tell a brand new story, which is what we did, that has the hallmarks of mythology, and we wanted to play with the urban myth. So when we put all the teams together, we asked all of them to submit a theme, anything, a prompt, a comic prompt. We got the Terrible Twos, we got the Guardian of the Tree, and then what we did to screw everybody up was we scrambled them and gave them to different teams, right? So you have to write a mythological comic story, somehow incorporating the prompt you get. And the one we got was the Hidden Truth. And I had this idea for a while about a rat tormenting a wonderful person, because this guy, and
it's a New York thing.
Yeah, exactly.
We're obsessed.
Yeah, imagine that son of a bitch that's as big as a cow you saw on the subway coming into your house.
Yeah, like the one that had the pizza slice.
Yeah, exactly. The guy that runs by you and brushes your leg, and you think it's a kid. You know that guy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The one that turns
you know what? Can I take a ride on you? Because this train is still not coming, especially that G train, motherfucker.
The one that turns around and looks at you, like, "What's your problem?"
Right.
This is
not something to say. No, Mr. Rat. No, Mrs. Rat. Let me not differentiate here.
You're underground. You're in my world now, right?
Yeah, I will not fuck around with them, bro.
No. So we got the prompt, the Hidden Truth, and I got the story in my head, which I'm not gonna spoil it here, but
don't spoil, but give us a tease.
The tease is that I wanted the rat to be in this person's apartment, which is naturally terrifying.
A rat, though, I want a mouse, a mouse I could handle, but a fucking rat in an apartment, bro. You fucking with me now?
But I didn't have the hook yet, and then I get the prompt, the Hidden Truth, and let me say this: it's got a Lovecraftian concept behind it. There's more going on than you realize, and it's worse than you fucking think. Right.
Oh, thank you.
Well, so what do? I write this really screwed up stuff. Listen, Al, I thought a lot more people were going to put horror in the book. They're going to do horror stories.
Yeah.
And we got a couple, but it became clear by the time we were done that we've got all these wonderful, incredible, creative people working with us. And I have a mental problem. I'm clearly a sick person because this is the black soul of the book. This is the
holy shit. Is it in the middle?
Right, yeah. Where the hell are we going to put this? It's like the big shocker of the song on the mixtape. It's like, where do you put it, right? So, well, then what happens is that this sick bastard gives a script to that sick bastard, and then I'm looking at the stuff that he drew that was my idea, and I'm like, dude, you're screwed up.
Yeah, right. Like, I thought I was fucked up. God damn.
Because he made it real, and now this thing that I had, hey, wouldn't it be cool if this terrible thing happened? I'm like, oh.
Yeah, right. How much worse can we make this motherfucker? Isn't this great, yo? You know, at the end of the day, even Kevin says, "Agree. Just make this shit as fucked up as you can." I love it.
Wait till you see how he gets into the apartment, or how the rat gets into the apartment.
I don't even want to know, bro. I used to live in Long Island City. Let me tell you, bro, that we took over the apartment from my mom-in-law, so I cleaned shit out. And I kid you not, in one day with glue traps, I caught 14 mice.
Oh, wow.
That building was infected. That's why I said, I'm going to Massachusetts, yo. Yeah, and I'll tell you that the whole time I was in Massachusetts, I did not see one roach, one mouse.
They can't afford it.
Yeah, apparently. No, listen, we live in nice and an affordable town. You gotta know where to live over there. I was only an hour out from Boston and 30 minutes from Providence.
Oh, wow. Oh, what a location.
And then the rent was uber cheap. Nobody bothered nobody. Everything was local. Like, you know, you had your bodega, if you will. And then you got your supermarket. You're good. You ain't gonna starve. You don't gotta drive nowhere if you don't need to, and it's good. Even your barber shop, like it was funny. I said I live in Mass, but I was getting my cut in Rhode Island because literally I live on the borderline of that. So I would get my hair cut in Rhode Island.
Boston is one of my favorite cities in the world. I love Boston.
Yeah, but only one pizza shop understands what a slice is.
Well, you don't leave New York for pizza. You just don't.
You don't, but because these motherfuckers in Massachusetts say, yo, this is a slice. They give you this shit that's meant for a 5 years old's hands. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, this is not a slice, guys.
Yeah.
Give me that shit that folds, that cracks. Like, even in Florida, they're bougie. You want to laugh? I've seen these motherfuckers come up with forks and knives, sit at the table eating their pizza, and I'm the asshole like this, like folding that shit, eating. I'm looking at them like, what's wrong with you?
I live up in Connecticut now, and if you don't, first off, if you ask for a pie, they don't know what you're talking about because they don't call them pizza pie.
No, what do they call it?
A pizza, but they, if you say, what's the first thing you say? You call up and I want a large pie, and they're like, we don't sell pies.
You bastard, you know what I mean.
And then the second thing they do is, unless you ask, they don't cut it in pie slices. They cut it in squares.
Squares?
Yeah.
I will fuck you up if you cut my pie up in squares. I swear to God, I'll go. If I know my wife will just give me shit if I come off, if she opens that box and it looks like that. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, how dare you? Do you know what my wife just called me because of you?
Every once in a while, my wife will forget to say, cut it like a pie. And then I give her shit for that. I was like, all right.
That's funny. I love it. So now we know their brain food when they get creative is that good pizza.
The geometry of pizza is very, very important.
It is. It really is. Now my daughter's vegan, so now she's not gonna enjoy the amazingness of a real pizza.
I wouldn't even know how to exist as a vegan.
Yeah, listen, and the whole shit is that my poor fridge. You know what I mean? They only make square pizza. No, none of they only make that, but that's the first choice of cut, Ken, if you believe it. They don't want to go with the old school triangle and shit. These motherfuckers. This is supposed to be about comics. We're talking about being like Chef Boyardee, man, making pizza over here.
Dude, I'm a fat guy. You can talk about food for the whole show.
And some beer. Look, I got frat beer. My friends that make fun of me. I don't give a fuck, bro. In Massachusetts, I used to pay $1 for this.
This is the whiskey I'm drinking these
Joe
days.
got a gun. I ain't fucking with you.
Dude, this is so good. If we're pulling out booze.
Yes, it can. You're lying. My daughter gives shit to the restaurants. Let me tell you that we went to the, what is it? Some place, Disney something over here. That's like the little, like, restaurants and all that, right?
Disney has restaurants now?
No, yeah. They have this little place, a little community, if you will. And it's restaurants open to the Florida residents and tourists. They have like a rock and roll joint, what is it? A hard rock, BB King's, all that type of shit.
Like a theme restaurant.
Yeah. There are many theme restaurants in that area. Disney Springs, there you go. That's what it's called. And Kenneth, you don't understand. It's a nightmare to go with my daughter eating these places. We went to a spot there, and is it vegan? They bring the plate. She goes, I don't think this looks vegan. I ordered a burger, and she ordered a vegan burger. I'm like, baby, this does not look the fucking same. Are you insane? And yo, she had to have the chef come out and like be like, yo, yes, it's vegan, yo. I separate everything. I'm like, damn, yo, seriously making a scene in a restaurant for this shit? Like, yeah, I want to meet you. I'm a carnivore. I don't understand. I understand, but I'm just, I understand your feelings. I'll go with that. But come on, man. I'm not gonna turn down a Cuban sandwich. You feel me?
No.
I sometimes have those feelings until someone puts a steak in front of me, and then I'm like, well, cows are nice, but they taste good too.
Evan, you evil bastard, you.
Hello, Evan.
You know what? You know what happened? He saw Little Shop of Horrors and he said, "Fuck you, plants! I'm gonna tear you guys up."
Feed me, Seymour.
Right? No, I ain't Seymour. My name is Evan, and he tore that shit up. So,
my man.
Let's talk about some of this art. Let me share some of the art too, because you guys are fucking awesome, and you guys have such a great spirit. You guys are so creative. You guys have some fun. So let's show people, your website, right here, what's going on when it comes to the art, right? So I mean, look at this gorgeousness. So talk about, what was Myth Reborn? What's all this good stuff here? Kickstarters, funding. Oh my God, look at that. I like me a negrita. Look at that. Me too. You know what I mean? That's my flavor. You hit me, bro. I like me that dark skinned girl.
That's poor Delphine.
Yeah, that's Delphine there.
Then right, where, but who's the inspiration? If I'm disrespecting your lady, I'm sorry.
That's James's brain.
No, I'm about to say you wish you had a lady look like that.
She's an amalgamation of.
Gosh. And look at the size of this fucking rat. I swear to God, this motherfucker lived on Morgan Avenue in Greenpoint.
I wanted Delphine. We never say specifically, but.
Oh my God! For real, that really happened,
dude. I never spoke to that girl again. I was like a betrayal.
Really?
I'm sitting there, my fat ass, and I'm like, with a side of bacon, and she looked at me. The waitress looked at me like I was Satan, and I'm like, I need to go kill the pig myself. You tell me what to do.
Yo, bro, you listen. No way. I my wife makes the tofu and everything for our daughter. I smell this. I'm like, nah.
Tofu was created to be the tiny little squares in miso soup.
No. The way I read it is tofu. So it's like I see it as the scraping from under your nails put together. No, I'm not eating that.
Horrendous.
Mark, I'm so sorry, bro.
So,
shit, who the hell is Amazon is talking about nail scraping?
Oh, well, you got an echo in there, huh?
If we are supposed to eat animals, why are they made out of meat? Bro, you're gonna be start getting me in trouble. Fucking all right, but I'm a carnivore. It's all right, folks. We could eat what we want. It's okay.
Tom is in Containment Breach. Tom,
he is.
Tom lettered a one-page comic that I wrote and Gabe Martini drew. That's nice. About the Mythical Golem, and that's in the book. And Tom,
the Mythical Golem. What if I told you it was real?
Well, that I'd wanted to start doing chores around the house.
And now you're going to die because this is the absolute truth. I know many Italians. You don't disrespect Italians like this. You know what? Mamma mia, you don't do no shit like that. That's a fangu, you motherfuckers. Like, how dare you? You know what I mean? What the fuck is Tetragrammaton?
That's the name of the one-page comic about the golem. The Tetragrammaton was
Tetragrammaton. You're like testing my vocabulary skills on this motherfucker.
It was the magic letters you had to carve into the chest of the golem to breathe life into it, to make it come to life. And it's basically Yahweh. Right?
Okay.
The name of the story that Tom lettered and Gabe drew was Tetragrammaton.
But goddamn. Could you not make a harder word come out with this motherfucker? Goddamn.
I have no desire to ever be popular. I make all my shit.
Yeah, you want to make it impossible to remember. I'm a goddamn weak head. I would never remember no Tetragrammaton. I mean, you know what? Maybe I will, because I'm a weird. I come up with the most weirdest shit. You know, have you ever touched a Tetragrammaton? What? I even fucked it up now. Never mind.
No.
Dude, it sounds like it could be a strain. Come on.
Yeah, you know what? That is a great strain. James, I know you know about strains. You talk to me.
Yeah. So, see, Al, if you were high right now, you would completely understand that word. It's like one of
you know what though?
You would pontificate on that for like 10 minutes.
You know what though? You know what they've told people not to assume, right? You have no idea what I did. How many minutes are we in? 34 minutes prior to the podcast. Listen, but I got good shit over here, bro. Florida. Yeah, what do you mean by gaming over here? Look at this guy. Gaming. You tell me, but I'm mispronouncing everything today. And Mark is talking about depends on how do we taste? Who knows, bro? You know, a sweaty New York Italian. I don't know, bro. Fucking meat sauce. Who knows?
Well, there's, it's a quick line from vegan to cannibal, apparently, in the chat there.
Right?
It's a very swift trip.
How do you feel about Cannibal Holocaust? Is that okay? I don't know.
I did not dig that movie. It was too much just for the shock and not enough.
It was.
And there's a scene where they chop up the turtle For
yeah,
real.
that broke my heart, bro.
There
right?
was no reason to kill that turtle. Certainly not for that movie.
Yeah, but bro, and they did that real shit back then. That was foul. And it's like the Faces of Death when they did that monkey shit. That fucked me up as a kid,
Nope.
bro.
Nope. No, thank you. Don't need
Have
that.
you seen all the Faces of Death?
Nope.
I remember that when we saw one of the movies where somebody jumps off a building, and I was watching it with my Puerto Rican cousin that basically just came off the boat. And he is like, yo, papi, ese tipo sonó como una chuleta. I'm like, okay, so translation. He said, yo, this motherfucker sounded like a pork chop falling off a building. I was like, I was dying. I was like, yo, he goes, yo, cuz, you like, in Spanish, he's like, yo, cuz, you're fucked up. Why are you showing me movies like this?
Okay, that guy needs to write.
All right.
I could hear that. It was a great description. I could hear the
dying, bro.
Of a pork chop falling.
This is the same cousin that one day we started throwing darts in the air and he didn't move and got chopped in the neck, and then my mom gave me a beating for stabbing my cousin with a fucking dart.
He should have moved.
That's what I told her. I said, he's a stupid one, Mom. I'm like, but you still threw it. I was like, damn.
As long as it's not those lawn darts. You ever seen those lawn darts?
Oh, I said, no, that wasn't. It was the old school darts. And this motherfucker just stood there on it. Like, you stupid ass. Like, we kids from the 80s were fucked up. I'm sorry. This is what we were. I love it. And this is what this feels like. This is inspired like by some 80s narratives, I think. Tell me, am I lying?
No, I think a lot of people look at my artwork and they always say it has that spark of the old school stuff. Like I said, I was always drawing, like this maiden cover. I can't tell you how many times I drew this cover.
Oh my god!
Right there. This was like on every notebook I had. Remember the old school like blue,
bro,
the 3-ring binders, the blue ones.
Yeah,
I used to draw this on like every one. So
my dude. The reason I would buy Dead World is because of that artist that behind those. He was doing the covers for the Dead World series. And would you believe it that one day in Rhode Island, I found Dead World first print, #1, 9.8 for a quarter.
Wow.
Yeah, my friend is like, why are you buying that? You're corny. You love zombies. I'm like, yeah, but yeah, I got a 9.8 on this. You have no idea. Like, he's not a rock fan. Like, you motherfucker, you have no idea. I got people right here talking, Eddie! And Alex talking about what up, Shout out to Alex, to Kenneth, to Evan, to Mark, you know what I mean? To everybody. Tom, big Tom, bro. Everybody. For tuning in. But you see, bro, you got much love here. So talk about this project, what inspired it and where can we get our hands and stuff like this? What is it all about?
So last year we decided to do an anthology and it went great. We kind of did it like a zine, and it just,
like zine size.
Yeah, not zine size. It's graphic novel size, right? Like
I need one of those. Look at that. Let me see side view. The spine. Nice. How many pages? Look at that. Nice. It looks like a prestige format. Beautiful.
But we were so excited about this because it was like 50 pages, right?
50. Beautiful.
Dude, our new one is 165 pages. Right.
What the fuck? How the fuck do you jump from that to that many? Wow.
People came out for it. So we had a great time doing it last year. It was something we did during quarantine because the world was terrible. We wanted to do something good, right? So this year it gets stuck in my brain. It gets stuck in James' brain. We're like, we got to do another Containment Breach. So this time we put out a call for submissions. And we're members, by the way. A bunch of these fine people on the chat are from the Comic Jam.
I didn't show Containment yet either, did I?
No, not yet.
All right, but finish your comic. We're gonna show Containment.
Awesome. There is an incredible website. It's an incredible group of people just making comics. That's where me, Gabe, and Tom got together to make that Golem comic, right? So we put a call out all over just through the internet. And we got all these people submitting portfolios. They're writing portfolios. We played matchmaker on almost all of them. We got one team that came.
Man, the love connection. Look at these guys.
There you go. Comic Jam. Absolutely.
Hey, right there. Yo, Kevin just threw it out there. Comic Jam. Yeah.
So we played matchmaker, and some of the people we put together are now making other projects, and they made incredible stuff for us. We wanted this book to explode. But James keeps talking about we got to watch the page count, and then another amazing story comes in. We got to watch the page count, and another story. And finally, we're like, well, fuck it, whatever the page count is, it's gonna be. This puppy is 164 pages, I think. Ooh. We got 17 unique stories in there, right? From creators, over 35 creators, literally.
Wow.
On the planet. It got people from India. We got Sahith Tiger from India. We got Kunamali, who's Indian and living in Venezuela. We got Elliott Rodriguez from Peru. We got Sammy Ward in England. We got Marissa Brignall in British Columbia, Canada. Mm-hmm. And that's just some of them. We got people from all over the world. And some of them have never been published before, and they should have been getting published for years. Dude, this book, I cannot tell you how proud I am of it. And let me tell you how much I worked on this. James laid out the entire thing. Once this became a reality, it's like, hey, dude, look what we did. Do something with it. And James has been working his ass off making this puppy come together, and it is sexy. This is a sexy book. And so, and I feel comfortable saying that because it's an anthology. We only got 3 stories in there. It's all the other people that have done great stuff.
I miss anthologies, man. Thank you for bringing that. I mean, that's how I grew up. I mean, I grew up in San Francisco, Conan. You know how many stories you got on that. Those are anthology books. I grew up in that stuff. I mean, that's the good stuff. That's what you want on that 2000 AD level. It's like for some odd reason the American market, like at least this younger generation, is so opposed to that. But I'm glad to see that people are realizing the amazingness behind that. And so let's show this one though. I gotta show it off before I get James talking some goodness. This show off Containment. This is the longest one. This is some sexy ass shit.
So this is the video that's on the Kickstarter.
Well, but let's do it.
So wow, that video, I thought it was going to be that video, which is unbelievable, was cut together by film director Rob Riley.
No, really.
Sure, I spoke wrong. So that's a promo for CB1. I thought we were going to show the one that was on Kickstarter. So that's
give me your Kickstarter link and I'll show that shit right now, man. Let people know.
So you can just go to Kickstarter and
right here. How about you do this? Look, folks, look, you're not gonna see this, folks. But you see what I say? Hello, guys. That's only between us. Send me that link and I'll play that joint right now. And look at Mark. He like dying.
So that was some artwork that was in the first Containment Breach. The second one is out on Kickstarter right now. We got some love out there on Kickstarter. We funded in 36 hours.
30. Get out 36. Oh my God, yo! Congrats. How did that feel? Wait. So, what attempt was that, if you will, in your Kickstarter journey?
That was our first
one.
Your first?
Number one.
That was our first one, and
get the fuck out of here. So your first project got like funded. Congratulations! That must feel so good,
dude.
We're still going strong, so you can still go out there. So Al, if you just type in
no worry, we're gonna do this right now, kiddos. You know what come on, guy. Come on, James. Boy, you're talking to a fellow Brooklyner right here. Let's get it done. Check this out right here. Make sure I share audio. Yes, it was sharing audio, right? Let me make sure I'm doing it.
It was before. Previously.
Yeah, just gotta make sure. Listen, technology is weird. You know how it goes. Confirm and reconfirm. That's the way I handle it. So let's do it, kiddo.
James, can you tell us a little bit more about what this Kickstarter is for.
Yeah, Ben.
So this is Fugitive Poems' first
Do you hear it?
Kickstarter. We got 40 self-published Containment Breach 1, which was more of a friendly thing. This one we've really taken a much more professional edge on. We've got a whole lot of artists and writers working together. I think we have 14 stories that are going to be going into Containment Breach 2. The theme is Myth Reborn. And since Christian's the writer, I'm going to hand it over to him. He can talk a bit about how Myth Reborn started.
Well, our first anthology, as James said, a friendly venture. We wanted to see what it would be like to put one out, and it came into a book. The theme for that was Quarantine Chronicles, for reasons anyone who's lived through 2020 doesn't need explained to them. But we decided to give that another shot and create a Containment Breach series that would each be themed. And the idea of mythology of Myth Reborn is that we are allowing our creators and ourselves, because we have stories in the book as well, to take any story from any mythology at any time period. It could even be modern, urban, any myth, and move the characters, change the characters to a different time, a different place, different characters, screw around with it and tell a new story. Or to create a brand new tale never told before with all the hallmarks of legend.
And that's our project, dude. And the people in it are amazing, and the book is beautiful. And we are headed for our first stretch goal, and we've got a second stretch goal. I'm not going to say
it looks absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. Look right here. Look at this right there. Look
at
Lizette. Shout out. Thanks for tuning in. Look at it. You got a new fan right here, yo.
It's awesome. Hello, Lizette. And that first voice you heard is Evan, by the way. That gentleman right there.
Hey!
We're going to be... So we got, Al, we got a YouTube channel that we started. And the people in this book, we're populating it with interviews I did with the people in this book. Because what we want with the Containment Breach series is to raise up all these independent artists like ourselves, so they can be seen. So I wanted to do interviews with all of them and get them out there so people could see the faces behind these brilliant comics. We're dropping Leland Bjerg tonight, right, James?
Hey,
Fugitive Poems.
In about 10 minutes, he's coming up.
Yep.
In about 10 minutes. You look at these guys teasing some stuff. Folks, you better tune in. 10 minutes. You better get that. Get your fingers ready like George Jetson.
Not until we're done. No, you go there later. No,
that's right.
But please go to the website and go to YouTube and subscribe. Because we got some incredible. You get to see the artists, and they talk like Al is so cool to let us do here. Talk about the product, or the process rather. He's letting me talk, even though I clearly can't. To talk about the process of making stuff and being into cool stuff, you know. So, but the website, the Kickstarter, we're headed for our first stretch goal. We've got a second stretch goal. I'm just going to say the name. If you know Jack Van Thom, that's all I'm going to say. Unbelievable artist. The first stretch goal is an unbelievable poster, a print from James, that anyone who ordered a physical level will automatically get the minute we hit our first stretch goal, $6,000. And every bit of money we're getting, we're using to get these books out into the universe so everyone can see what we're doing and what the incredible contributors are doing.
Alex, see if you can find we got the cover up there, right, Christian?
Yeah.
Or was that just on the update?
I think it was just on the update.
All right.
You
send me, email me an image, and I'll share it on screen. Don't you worry, I'm here for you guys. You send me all the information.
Want me to give it to you on Twitter in the chat?
Send it to me on the Twitter, and I'll throw it. I'll download it and throw it on. Don't you worry, I got you guys. Come on, man. This is all about a celebration of amazing independent creators with an amazing project that obviously you're giving back to the independent community, putting on new people. Which is what's great, because that's what Comic Crusaders is all about too. It's a celebration, and it's like helping people move forward, putting others on to all these amazing and different stories that we have access to.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, we met so many cool people doing this.
Yeah, I mean, you and I both. I mean, we've been on this amazing journey where we've been connected with people, on all levels of creativity, which is just, I mean, just amazing. And I'm humbled with the people I've had the opportunity to meet and speak with. I mean, and just, just be around. Even with you guys. I mean, you guys, the future. I'm pretty sure that the way that your route is going, I'm pretty sure I'm going to probably see you one day a whole anthology series on TV, a la like creep shows shit.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I would love to do something like creep
How
show.
about that?
Yeah, man. And talk about. I mean, look at that cover. Look how sexy. Look at those colors, yo.
James showed me this, and it's pure metal.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. He's an unbelievable artist.
Gorgeous color. I love the color usage here. Everything, the Fugitive Poems, everything. I love the font. Everything. This is a great looking cover. How did you even connect with this whole creative community? Again, I mean, how easy was it to find people? Thanks, Mark. I appreciate you. Much love. Twitter. Isn't Twitter great? People be shitting on Twitter, but Twitter is awesome if you know how to navigate it. And again, I always tell people this: the block button is great.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do you know the Jay-Z song "No Hook"?
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Who are you asking?
One of my favorites. I don't need no hook, right? He's got and I can't remember the exact line, but he's got this incredible string of rhymes about navigating around all the shit in the streets, and that's Twitter, right? Yeah. That's Twitter. It's like there's all this gold, there's all these wonderful fucking people out there, and there's just monsters lurking around every corner. It's all creative, and then people want to shut shit down. But when you know where to find it, and the indie comic community, they're just creators. They're creators, and they want to talk. And this is how I found out about the Comic Jam. This is how I met Jordan Patrick Finn, who edited Delphine for us.
Nice.
And you got to check him out. His book, Death Kanji. Imagine a samurai Lovecraft story. Death Kanji.
What?
Death Kanji. If Lovecraft wrote a samurai story,
what?
And was Jordan.
I love Lovecraft. Don't fuck with me right now. And samurais. Come on.
Same. Well, you have a top knot. Yes.
Yeah, right? But I do my hairstyle the same way, but I actually put it like in the middle. And my wife like, why you put it like that? I'm like, sorry. I got my fucking swords up there. Don't fuck with me.
I love it. So I met him, Doug Wood, Matt Battaglia, who's in this book. Doug Wood has been such a mentor to us. We just got on Twitter and started talking cool shit, and cool people came out.
Connected. Beautiful.
It's work.
You know what that's called?
Right.
I'll tell you what that's called. When they started connecting, Jim Steranko, he told me about this.
Oh, wow.
In person. It's called psychomagnetism. People of a like mind and like energy will always be attracted to each other somehow. So he calls it psychomagnetism.
Jim Steranko told you that, huh?
Yes, dude. This homie, he in his suit. I love this homie because he's old school. I approach and like I told you before, I used to go up to people and just create a conversation. I knew he was in chat mode when he lifted his leg and put it on the chair. Put his knee, his elbow on his knee, like this. Like, let me tell you about this. Yo, bro, 20 minutes passed. I was mesmerized. It was me and my homie. We turned around. I swear to God, there was 50 people there. I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm taking up your time. He's like, nah, shut up, let him talk.
Oh, it's amazing, and bro, I can picture him in that suit.
Yeah, the way exactly, the turtleneck, and he's like telling me, I get up at 3:00 in the morning, walk my dog, walking up in the mountains. Homie's stomach is harder than my motherfucking table, son. I was embarrassed. I'm like, homie in better shape than me at his age, son. He's talking about how he inspired Mr. Miracle and all that good shit, talking about the people he met on subway trains via psychomagnetism. Wow. I'm like, wow, bro. You got to meet homie, son. You guys got to connect. I mean, because again, you guys are the future too. It is some real shit. I love it. to connect with people like you. I can't wait to meet you guys in person. So let me ask you guys. So are you guys doing any type of convention anytime soon? And if so, like, where can we possibly see you in person?
James?
Either or. Whoever knows the schedule.
We're not. Go ahead.
This is on the list for us. So we got to get out there. And now, we've spent so much time on this project that, or at least I've been like holed up in this room for so long. We've been talking about Comic Cons, but with the whole COVID thing, we sort of put it on hold last time around. So we're going to definitely get into that circuit,
right.
At least locally and regionally. Maybe not all the way across the country yet, but we're definitely going to start hitting those up. And now, now that we have this Containment Breach, we got some products to put out there. We're excited about getting out there, getting to meet people, and shaking hands and meeting other artists and writers and so forth. So. Yeah, it's we don't have any dates that we can proposition yet, but we'll keep you informed.
No doubt.
Yeah, let us know, man. I want to share this with people because you guys are doing some stuff is gonna be hella fun.
If you go to our site, if people go to our site, there are 3 comics up there for free. We want people to get a taste of what we were doing.
You better go right there. Look, let me put that bad boy up. Hey,
and there's a lot of cool stuff up there, and it's all cool. It's all cool because of James, right? I do the writing. There's nothing sexy about what I do.
And I cannot imagine what James could be pulling out that beard of his, bro.
Dinner from yesterday,
but
sometimes.
Hey, listen, I used to have a big beard too, and sometimes I used to find shit. What the fuck is this?
Dude, we were talking about Carlin. Carlin had a whole routine about stuff you find on your body.
But it's true. It's true. As you get older, bro, it's some real shit, bro.
Rice is like the worst thing. It can hide in there.
If you find a rice thing in your belly button, you better stop eating shirtless. That's all I'll say.
I don't have that problem. It bounces off the trampoline above the I hit somebody else in the eye with the rice.
Oh, you motherfucker. Don't eat rice next to me, fucking Chris. Goddamn.
Fat ass put a shirt on. So if you go to that site, you're going to see a story called River and a story called Distributary, which is a sequel. You want to see some crazy shit that James did, right? This was sort of our opening salvo. It was our shot across the bow. And one of our next projects, probably our next Kickstarter, is gonna be actually, Al. I'm gonna show you some shit that nobody sees.
Hey, tease everybody, fucking.
How are you with nudity? No, I'm kidding. Hold on.
Well, as long as a real person, I think we're okay.
So, the first chapter is River. The second chapter is Distributary.
Okay.
The rest of it, there are 3 more parts. It's a whole one-shot graphic novel. It's going to be, and I have it very few.
No, he's going to pull out his maniacal game plan here. Watch this.
Look at it. This is the entire. Where am I on the camera? There we go. This is.
God damn.
That's the story.
You ever seen Seven?
Yo, exactly. I do not understand that. That shit is fucking worse than doctor's handwriting. God damn. Everybody's asking, is the shirt coming off?
No. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. The shirt is much cooler than I'll ever be.
Are you guys trying to get me banned on YouTube? Once they see our nipples.
Not unless Christian leaves and someone else comes in. You got anyone lined up?
We got Christian's body double coming in shortly. Don't worry.
No, I am the double body. You want the single one?
He's got Marky Mark in the background there.
Oh shit, bro! The motherfuckers. You tell me you got them Calvin Kleins, you motherfuckers.
So that's the story. That's the rest of it. That I'm writing now. Okay. And if you go to the website, you can read the first 2 chapters for free, and you'll see where. And it's crazy what James did, right. And that's going to be just James and I, that's what's coming. That's one of the things that's coming. But the big thing, the thing we got together, Martine, that is as chaotic as my brain is. The thing that got us together is that script we told you about, and we're working toward it. It's going to be a long arc story, not a series that goes on forever, but a long arc story. And there it is. There's River.
So to get us back on the Kickstarter, this thing. So this is Containment Breach 1. We made up like 25 of these to keep them exclusive. So this is only 25 of these in print. You can get one of these.
Oh, word.
On the Kickstarter. So it's called the Legacy tier. You can get this one and the new one. I don't remember the price offhand, but in the back, what reminded me is this has the first official print version of
River.
This is River.
Oh, nice. So that's the one to get for you, like as speculators that love comics and I think that when it's become a TV show, this is the issue you need to have.
And by the way, retailers can get that too, so they have both in their shop.
Oh, so you offer retailers an opportunity too to buy the books?
So that's the big thing we're working on right now, is getting this in local comic shops. When I tell you the people in this book need to be seen, I'm walking down streets as well as using the internet to get and knocking on doors because I want this book. We have out there. We have 2 retailer tiers on the Kickstarter campaign. That retailers can get an incredible deal on multiple books. The first level, so the legacy thing we were talking about is, hold on, I'm looking at it right now, is, wow, I can't find it. Where the hell there it is. So the legacy level is $75, and you'll get Containment Breach 1, which is only 25 first printings available in the world, right? And you get Containment Breach 1 and 2, and they'll both be signed by James, right? And you get the poster, right? So that's nice. Now the retailer level. If a retailer wants, they can get 3 books for $40. That's 3 for the price of 2, right? That's retailer level 1. And they'll get posters. They'll get posters to hang up in the shop to do whatever they want with, right? Retailer level 2 is $80, and that is 6 books for the cost of 4. And they get the promotional posters. And if we hit when we hit our first stretch goal, everyone's going to get James's Atomic Anvil as a print as well.
Oh, nice.
Dude, and we're moving. This thing is still moving. And we're trying to get comic shops on it before we're done on December 4th with the Kickstarter. It's the best deal anybody's going to get. If you can email me at christian@fugitivepoems.com. You can reach out to me through the Kickstarter, or you can just order at the retail level. But we want people, guys, go get a physical copy of this. This book that we did, that we were so proud of, this little book, this thing is triple the size of it. Am I right, James? My math sucks, right?
Yep.
Triple the size of it. This is not a one-sitting book, and this is the beginning.
That's what I was saying to Christian when I put it together. Like you can't just sit down and read through this whole thing. It's like something that you're gonna have to go back to, and because there's so much in it, like you can see in the art that you're scrolling through there, Al. There's just so many different styles, and it's
gorgeous.
Yeah, it's such an amazing book. It's I'm so proud of it.
You're giving us options and different stories, something you could dig into, get into different universes, smoke a blunt, drink your beer, and just sit down and just get away from the real world for a minute when you get off work. Instead of choking your boss, pick up this book.
Yeah, and we're so excited about it. And Al, getting to talk to you about it is awesome.
Or choke your boss while reading the book.
Or you could do that, When Swimming with Sharks is a great movie, man.
You remember Aliens, where they rolled up the magazine?
Oh, yeah.
Don't do that with our book. Get a shitty magazine.
No, absolutely.
I got to tell you,
or at least read it first before you.
I keep getting distracted talking to you because the stuff in your background. We were talking before about influences. You got Spawn there. Todd McFarlane was my 90s.
Yeah, but I got every issue to this day. I've spoken to the Godfather several times. He loves it. He seems to love all the Perez brothers, though, because he met my other brother, my baby brother, at another convention, and he couldn't, not knowing that we're related. Apparently, they connect. They couldn't stop talking. Then my other brother too, as well. Same thing. They couldn't stop talking. He's like, "What is it with Todd McFarlane and the Perezes? Is it the same energy?" Because I get hit up like, "Yo, Todd wants to talk about this. You want to have him on?" Like, Fuck yeah. I'm not gonna fucking say no to the Top Father, son.
Dude, my name is in the back of his last Marvel Spider-Man book. My name, he listed fans.
Oh, where?
Yeah, so my parents, I go to Dragon's Den in Yonkers. That was my shop. I pick it up. I can't wait to pick it up because I knew it was his last one before he was going to Image. And then we went to a Chinese restaurant, which isn't there anymore, the Golden Wok, which was an amazing restaurant. And I embarrassed my family completely. It was just, I was an only child at the time. And I'm sitting there, I'm going through my comics while they're getting ready to order. And I stand up, my chair goes flying to the next table behind me. Holy crap, I'm in the book. Like, what is wrong with you? But I looked, I was shocked.
I'm famous, Mom.
Christian De Matteo, Todd McFarlane typed my fucking name.
Nice.
Oh, so I went back to
and
I bought like every copy they had.
When he comes on, just says, "Hey Al," just Al, just straight up, not Alex, Alexander. Hey Al, like nothing, like yo, we homies. I love it. I would love to have a beer with him and pick his brain even fucking more. Because not just as a creator, but he's a great entrepreneur.
Yeah,
there's so much to learn from him. I mean, for people like that, we gotta appreciate them what they are. Just like you guys are doing amazing. And I always like to, end the show with the point is, let me give you your flowers. Thank you for being creative. Thank you for sharing of yourselves and putting yourselves out there and putting your time, not being afraid to share that. You know what I mean? I mean, you guys are bold. You guys are brave. So God bless you guys on your journey, and thank you so much for entertaining me with what you do. So the last thing, and from both of you, and I'll start with James. Any advice you want to give to any future creators trying to step into the game that you've learned?
Yeah, as an artist, like I said, I've been doing it since I could hold a pencil. But the biggest thing that I learned was I had worked with lots of people and so forth, but I have learned so much hooking up with Christian. Just get yourself out there. Don't be afraid. Don't put, for years I had a lot of stuff literally in my closet and stuff, that was my personal stuff that I wasn't, doing for work or whatever. And, show it to someone and get involved with other people. Cause I have grown so much myself just being with Christian and having his inspiration, being able to bounce ideas back and forth with him. That was the biggest thing that I ever did. And, I wouldn't even be, doing this without my partner. And, it's such a cool, it's a cool thing because, they're similar. They're both artistic pursuits, but, you can learn so much from a writer, and the writers out there, the opposite, find yourself an artist and, get, collaborate and have someone depending on you. A lot of artists, it's a mind game. Like you're always like your own worst enemy, and this isn't good enough and so forth. But you got someone else relying on you, and you put it out there anyways, and you sweat a lot more because you want to have it perfect to represent what you're doing, and it's been the greatest thing ever. So don't be afraid. Put your stuff out there, and art is a journey. It's never a destination. There's all these people out there. The best of the best are still learning, still improving, still making things greater. And if they're not, then they're dead and their career's over. So don't compare yourself to others, and get yourself yourself out there and find yourself a partner. It's the greatest thing ever.
So what are your thoughts on that, and then also any advice for future creators on your part, Chris?
Get yourself a James. Leave mine the hell alone. I can't tell you how lucky I am to have, first of all, this dude's friendship, which means the fucking world. I mean, we work together. It's like one mind, and I am so lucky because I look all over the internet and I see all these writers looking for artists. And before I was any good at doing the comic writing, if I even still am, I had this miracle of happenstance, psycho fucking
magnetism. Well, that's right.
Right. I got to be friends with this incredible artist who wanted to draw my shit, and teaming up. Tom Line in the chat just said, get on board with the Comic Jam. Do you want to talk about a spot of psychomagnetism? These are people that want to make comics together, and you want to find that. And James sees the stuff I write. He makes it real. He makes it awesome. He makes it infinitely better. Find somebody you can create with, because I write novels, short stories, scripts. I do a lot of solitary writing, and I love that spark as well. But it's a whole different explosion when you got someone that sees it the way you do, but also sees it different, right?
Yeah, man. That two-way lane, not that one-way road.
There's got to be friction, but positive friction.
Yeah.
What if we do this? What if we do this? And then that happens. The fire happens, right? And as far as advice goes, listen, I teach writing. I have a creative writing company, also tellworthy.com. I'm a writing coach. Right. That's one of the things you can always do. People, my clients most often, and my students as well. One day I want to write a novel. You can always write a novel. James, to do what James does, you got to buy all this equipment, right? With writing, you got a computer. Everybody's got a computer. Shit, if you got a cell phone, if you're desperate, right? But just start writing. Right? Is that all the equipment you need, James?
That's all I need. You can really get a long way with one of these and some printer paper.
Well, same thing for writing. Do it. If you got a story and you let it out. And I see Evan there, and Evan and I talked about this. I'll end with this. We talked about this years ago about writing, and sometimes you get stuck and you don't know what to do. And my advice, my highly professional, intellectual advice, is write one shit page a day.
Hey, but you're writing. Yeah.
It doesn't need to be good. And I bet it's the same thing for drawing. I don't do one shit drawing a day. It doesn't need to be good, because they build up, and there's gems and all that shit.
You're right, though, because listen, I doodle sometimes, just doodle with my faces, and I'm like getting way better with my faces. And my wife said, "Who drew that?" I'm like, "Who the fuck sits here but me?" You know what I mean? Me, like, really? They don't, no credit given. Like, damn, you're getting better. I'm like, who drew that? I'm like, damn, yo, no credit.
I always try to tell my students every bad drawing just is on the way to a good drawing.
Absolutely.
If you don't sit and always finish your drawings all the way. Don't give up halfway through.
They really got to understand that failure.
I see whole sketchbooks of like half drawings. Just finish them off, because that bad drawing that'll lead to good drawings eventually.
Failing is okay. That's how you learn. It's okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay to feel like you lost. Because this is why I hate those token trophies nowadays. Participation shit. No. Learn your craft.
Work your ass off.
You did okay, but no, you could do fucking better. Now, I'm not giving you no damn trophy just because you did a half-ass job. Get out of here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's two things to that, right? That kids need to learn, especially. One is you didn't make it, right? You didn't do it. It's the fact. You
it's okay.
But two is it's okay.
Yeah.
And the trophy tells them that they did make it without the real lesson.
They're lying to them, like some people.
You gotta do. If you want to get over there, you got to do better. However, the other side of it, kid, isn't proud of you for what you did. You did good. You didn't win, but
you did good. But you ain't number one, kiddo, and that's okay.
That's okay. You don't have to be number one, right?
Yeah. But it's got to be a number one. That's what it is, man.
And if you want to be number one, then fuck
do the work.
Go for the real one, right?
Do like Chris. Do like James. Do the work. Get out there. Show the love. Bless the community. Put positive energy and create successful campaigns.
Love it.
That's what's popping, right?
Love it.
Thank you guys for hanging out today, bro. I love you guys' energy. I love what you guys are about. I love what you guys are doing. So God bless you guys on the journey. So again, folks, follow right there. Twitter, everywhere, on the gram. All right. Make sure you show them the love. Tell them Al Mega sent you from Comic Crusaders, and of course, please check out the website right there. And you saw the amazing Kickstarter already. So they did send me that. Let me just add it. The link. It's not a clickable link, but just so you guys could see it and understand where the hell you guys gotta go.
Go
this
to
is the right. This is the right link right there. Fugitive Poems, Containment Breach, Volume 2, Myth Reborn. All right. So that's your link, folks. So go there, support this amazing book that, is supporting independent creators. This is the future. You're going to see most of these cats in the big two eventually. That's the real truth. Because this is where they go. You know what I mean? So, Mark, thank you for tuning in. It's my pleasure, Mark. Evan, thank you for tuning in. Kieran, Tom, was it Kevin, Lizette? Yeah, we have mad people tune in, showing you love, which is absolutely fantastic. You see that? You have a lot of love behind you already. And
that's what it takes, right? That's all that matters.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, folks, my outro tells us what to do with the exception of two things. Please make sure to visit our comic shop at comiccrusaders.shop. And if you want some awesome swag, like a cap like this and all right, check us out at comiccrusaders.us, all right? And with that, thank you for everything. Christian, James, you guys have been amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, folks. It was a great time.
Thank you, bro. Ahí estamos. Hasta la próxima, mi gente. ¡Wepa! Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.